Before I start, I want to ask you a question. How many of you have here are scared of eating the dishes made by food waste? All of you. Almost all of you. Okay. We won't serve the dishes today, so don't worry. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zongliang Shang.
My name is Phoenix, and Chinese name is Chen.
This is who we are. We love food. We love to cook. And we love to share our food with our friends. One day, we were shopping in green markets, and we saw this apple in the compost bin. It's still fresh, colorful, but it would be sent to compost. We were shocked, and we want to do something for that. Today, we want to tell you some facts about fruit. New York City restaurants generate close to 500,000 tons of food loss every year, enough to fill over 100 subway cars every day. Here, I want to clarify fruit waste and fruit loss. Fruit loss refers to all food produced for human consumption, but not eaten by humans. Fruit waste is a part of fruit loss. The reason why we chose fruit loss, because of you guys. You are scared of the waste when you are eating. And there are more than 45,000 restaurants in New York City. So imagine, this will happen every day. In order to prove this is a fact, a snowing night, we went dumpster diving. The weather in New York City never helped us when we wanted to do something. It was so hard to search the dumpster covered with snow. But we still found these fruit in a trash bag in front of a restaurant. Every year, fruit wastage is about 25% in total amount of food loss. Fruit loss includes fresh and processed fruit, which means New York City restaurants waste 75,000 tons of fruit every year. And in restaurants, more fruit loss happened in kitchens. The reality about kitchens is that they care about speed and attractiveness. Those two things cause more fruit loss. This is an example of how they treat apples. The damaged apple they will throw away directly, and the fresh apple, 1/3 of it will be thrown away after cutting. The chefs are the persons working in the kitchen. We need to get involved of a fruit loss from chef's level. We partner with Food Art Center, a commercial kitchen with a mission. They are dedicated to helping young adults with physical, developmental, or learning disabilities, and any young person disconnected from the support they need to move into a successful and self-sufficient adulthood through their culinary training program. In Food Art Center, we met this group of chefs. They are young adult chefs between 18 to 26 years old. Coming to Food Art Center, they have some developmental challenges, and they want to learn a new skill to support their lives. They take 8 sessions of culinary classes to learn how to cook with professional chefs. Every day after class, when they clean the kitchen, they found so many fruit scraps. These students have a concern about waste of food. I feel bad about throwing away so many fruit, and I don't know what I can do to rescue them. This is an opportunity to add the knowledge about reducing fruit loss to the chefs. After training, most of them want to have their own kitchen someday, which means they are going to be the chefs influencing the restaurants and cooking in the future. How do we teach them new ways to think about cooking that doesn't waste fruit? Before, the excess fruit would be composted. Now, we created new dishes to specifically teach people not to waste fruit, and we are making this a part of young adult chefs' culinary training program.
Taking this bruised apple as example, we collect this from the commercial kitchen. After we cut out the bruised part, we turn the pulp into the apple sauce, and the corn and peel become tea, nothing left. After we showed them our recipe and we cooked together, the young chef was exciting and they created new dishes by themselves. They took the skinless orange that they had left over from the previous event, then they smashed them to orange juice, used them as a replacement for milk to make this dairy-free orange juice cupcake. The last example is the water kefir. The word kefir is thought to have original from the Turkish word kefir, which loosely means good feeling. It's a probiotic beverage. It's healthy and good for your stomach, like dairy-free yogurt. First fermentation made by water kefir grain in the sugar water solution and wait for 3 to 4 days. Then we use small part of leftover fruit for the second fermentation to improve the flavor and color. The beverage have many advantages. It's healthy, it helps the body with healing and maintain function, and also contain easy digestible, complete proteins. Customizable, you can use any kind of food to ferment. And also sustainable, only take 2 to 3 days to make, and the water kefir grain can duplicate itself. After we finish cooking with our young chef, we brought all the innovative dishes to our next event, the tasting event. Good food should be shared, as we said at the beginning, so we held this tasting and educational event. We gathered a group of people who are interested in food and food loss issue. We gave them a lecture about our topic, story, and how to cook those dishes. And we have an intensive conversation around food waste issue. Then we gave them dishes for feedback and share our recipe with them, so they can reduce their food waste in their own kitchen. One food taster told us, this cupcake with applesauce is so yummy, but if you can make it both dairy-free and gutter-free, that will be perfect. That will be our next step. We also hear back from our chef. The taste is so good that I cannot believe we use food scrap to make it. I'm going to tell my friends and family. So we are not only affect our chef's behavior, but also their family and friends. So far, here is what we accomplished. 14 food taster experimenting with rescue food recipes, 10 pounds of food rescue, 6 young adult chefs changed to become more socially responsible with zero loss kitchen skills, and 5 innovative dishes that we create. We believe this model can evolve. So how do we scale up? This leads us to launch this project, Rebite. Rebite contains 2 sections, Instagram and the Rebite cookbook. Online section on Instagram, we create a hashtag called Rebite, so it's buy it again. We took a nice picture of our dishes from our workshop, then we share the recipe and chef story to get more followers to our community. We call them Rebite community. But it was hard to get followers at the beginning, so we went offline to hold a public activity. We did dumpster diving again, and this time it wasn't snowing, but it's rainy and windy. So, as usual, we collect food scrap as much as we can, such as purple onion peel, orange peel, and beet peel, which we normally store away. Then we turn them into the food color pigment and paint in public. Many people join our activity. After they learn more about our story, they start to follow our Instagram too. At the end, we create a hashtag thread for our Rebite community, and this is also the start point for our Rebite project. In terms of the cookbook, we use as a guide to list other culinary schools to hold a similar workshop and event in order to produce more socially responsible chefs. This cookbook contains recipe and workshop flow, so others can follow our instruction to become zero-loss kitchens too. So our next step, more workshop to reducing food waste, which will create more innovative dishes, and expanding our model to more culinary schools. More young chefs with socially responsible mindset, so they will bring the zero waste learning to influence other kitchens. Imagine 45,000 kitchens in New York City if they all have our Rebite chefs. More followers. We will keep expanding our Rebite community and eventually become a Rebite movement to fight food waste together.
And we want to bring our water kefir to move forward. If you are interested in it, feel free to contact us.
Thank you.
you.